you got to keep the ball away from them, and that's what we couldn't do a year ago. And you don't want to give them that many opportunities at you, and that's what we're going to have to do. We got to play a different style of game with them to have a chance. Slow the game down, possess the football more than they do, and not give them that many opportunities to throw it at you.
That was Utah State head coach Brent Guy. Coach Jones, last year, Hawaii able to beat Utah State 63-10. They went on to finish the season 1-11. And this year isn't looking any better for them. Right now, at this point, they are 0-5.
Well, they're playing better football right now, just watching their tapes already. I have a lot of respect for Brent Guy. I remember after the game, walking up to him after the game, I thought his defensive game plan, I complimented him on it. What he tried to do to us, nobody had tried to do, and he did. And he ran into a buzzsaw that day. Colt was very sharp, and Nate had a big day. But I have a lot of respect for him as a defensive coach. He'll mix it up. He's going to change things up on us. They will come ready to play defensively against us. And again, we're going to have to be sharp and crisp and make sure that we play like we did last year when we played them.
They do return 11 starters on defense, so that will be key for them. What are some of maybe those elements, if you kind of break down what they did that was
Well, they did a lot of things. They studied the tape of a lot of things. We have some tendencies that I'm very aware of the tendencies that we do have, and they're one of the first teams that kind of knew those tendencies. And so, they blitzed us. They came after us. They played 11 up. They did a lot of different things and gave us a lot of different looks, which we hadn't seen for a while. Colt made some unbelievable throws. We got off some balls that we didn't block guys, and we still got the balls off. So we made some plays, and they didn't. Our defense did a job on them last year too. We sacked them, knocked the ball out a couple times, and we're going to have to do that again.
I know when you look on paper at a team like Utah State, people are like, "Coach, are you kidding?" This last game against Utah, they got into the end zone in the first quarter for the first time this season. So how do you motivate your team to not feel that, to not understand them as non-threatening?
Well, I mean, if you're going to be as good as you better be ready to play every week. And so far, our kids have done that. I won't expect anything else from them this week. We didn't play as good as we can play this past weekend, and we need to do that now, because the next two games we're playing some defensive-oriented coaches in Dick Tomey and Brent Guy, and they're both very, very adept in what they do. And we're going to have to do our job on offense, because both teams can make plays. I mean, even though they, like you said, they only have one touchdown, they have better athletes than they've had the last 2 years. And looking at their tape, they're a freckle away on 2 or 3 things.
Okay, Coach, as we look at college football, it was an upsetting week. Across the board, half of the top 10 teams were upset, including defending champion, 4th-ranked Florida, number 3 Oklahoma, number 5 West Virginia, number 7 Texas, number 10 Rutgers. What do you think about how the season is playing out, and now do you tend to pay more attention just because of all that, how everyone's been disrupted?
I don't, and I don't think our players do. We're going to worry about it later down the road. We're not going to worry about it right now. We're really, really doing a good job of coming ready to play every week, and that's what you got to do, because the one time you don't, then all of a sudden you don't have to worry about it anymore.
There was so much said of Hawaii's season coming into it and its schedule. A lot of people criticizing how weak it was, yet to this point, Hawaii has been ranked since the preseason, and now you're at the highest point you've ever been at. What does that say now about the team versus the strength of schedule?
Well, I think that, our finish last year, whatever it was, I think we won, 8 of our last 9, something like that. And I thought somebody had told me that we'd won 18 of our last 19. I think it was, we went back and counted them up on the plane. That was not true. I think we won 14 of our last 15 or 16 of our last 15. I think the country is taking notice that we're for real, and I think that we are. As long as we keep doing the things we're doing, we're playing hard. The kids have a lot of love for each other. They've got all the chemistry in the locker room. They're doing all the things for each other. In fact, one of the highlights that I'm going to make on Colt's highlight tape was his effort to knock the guy down and get him down, the way he ran to tackle the guy. I can't tell you how many times I've watched other star players just watch a guy run down the field. And Colt is a team guy, and he's a winner, and that probably said more about what we're about than anything else in that game.
Still to come, he put his dreams on hold to help the team. But C.J. Hawthorne had dealt with disappointment before, and now it's his time to shine. Find out where this selfless star turns for constant inspiration.